Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, but somehow I keep forgetting about it. Previously done a video about my most worn handbags, so I thought today would be a good idea to do one about ones that I kind of regret buying and that I don't really wear very often. I'm hoping this video will help you guys, especially if you're planning to buy any of these bags or are interested and looking into buying one. Overall, I am very happy with my kind of designer handbag collection, and I genuinely love every single piece in my collection, but there are three that I do slightly regret buying, and today I'm going to talk you through them and explain why. So hopefully if you have this handbag and you have the same problems, let me know so that I know it's not just me. The first bag I'm going to talk about is the Givenchy Antigona. I have it in the medium size and I bought it when they first became popular. I absolutely love this bag, and I use it now as a travel bag. So if I'm going on a trip or I'm going to the airport, then I will carry this bag because it fits my laptop in it. But the reason why I regret buying this one is because of the size. I got a medium. I think there was a small as well, and I don't think minis were a thing when they first launched. I think minis came afterwards and when it became popular. But I bought the medium size because I liked the look of it, and even though it came and I was using it and that, I didn't really think too much of it. But now when I think back, I really wish I bought the small size because this bag is heavy. This is actually empty right now, but it is still really heavy. So can you imagine having a full bag of stuff and your laptop and whatever stuff you buy or anything that you want to put in there? It just becomes really heavy. And yeah, I just wish I bought the smaller size. I do love it. I do like the style of it still. I still will continue to use it. I did think of selling it at one point, but then I'm not sure. I'm still not sure. If you want to buy it, leave me a message and I'll consider it, because I was going to sell it and buy a smaller one, but I just didn't end up selling it because I still love it. Like, it's just a gorgeous handbag. It's a classic, but just because of the size and how heavy it is, I just don't wear it much. I do prefer crossbody bags, and not too small but smaller bags these days, just because it's a lot easier, it doesn't hurt my hand. And I feel like when I was younger, I used to carry a lot of these heavy kind of like on the arm bags, and I feel like that's kind of damaged my shoulder because I always get a lot of shoulder pain on this shoulder, which is because, you know, I used to carry really heavy bags like this all the time. So yeah, this is the one bag that I would swap. So the second bag that I'm going to talk about is the Prada Saffiano in red. When I first bought this bag, I absolutely loved it. This was kind of the YouTuber bag that every single YouTuber bought. I think that's when designer handbags only like kind of started becoming popular on YouTube. I remember before, if you talked about designer handbags on YouTube, you get so much hate for it because, you know, people will comment and say like, oh, you're wasting so much money and like you're showing off kind of thing. But now luxury designer is all over YouTube, and I feel like it's not as bad anymore. But back then in like 2011, 2012, when I first got this, that was the time when everyone had this bag, and it's the medium size. I think this one is as well. And I remember buying this in Harrods. It was a spur of the moment bag. I didn't plan to buy it. I liked it, I had my eye on it, but I wasn't planning to buy it, and it was a spur of the moment thing, and I was so happy when I first bought this bag. So yeah, it was one of my first, well not first, maybe like second major designer handbag purchases. I still love it. Like, I've used it a lot and it's in tip-top condition. The one thing about Saffiano leather is it's really hard wearing, so no matter how you kind of use it, even if you put it on the floor, it's got like little studs on the bottom, even if you use it every single day, it still looks really good. It's a really good hard wearing leather, and yeah, it literally looks brand new even that I used it for years. And again, the only thing that's making me regret this purchase is it's kind of a trend bag, even though it is very classic and you can still buy this kind of style on the Prada website, and I still see people carrying this bag. To me it feels like, because I was in that time of YouTube where everyone had this bag, I just feel like it's a bit of a trend bag and it's a bit of like a really past season kind of bag. Yeah, so that's my only kind of downside to this. Even though Prada is making a big massive comeback, especially with all of the nylon bags, Prada, I feel like, yeah, it's making a comeback, so maybe this might make a comeback, I don't know. I do want to sell it, but then at the same time I don't really want to let it go, because it was like one of the kind of like early designer handbag purchases that I made. So yeah, I still love it so much, but I just don't wear it anymore and it's just sitting in my collection. So I wouldn't say it was a regret because I don't like it anymore. I would say it's a regret because it was a very like a trendy kind of handbag, which I tend to stay away from now. But back then I, you know, caved and I bought it. I still love it, and yeah, I don't know, I just don't carry it. And maybe it's the colour. If I had it in black, maybe I'd carry it more, but because it's such a in-your-face powerful red, it's quite like noticeable and in your face. So the third and final bag that I want to talk about might come as a surprise to some of you, because it is actually one of my favourite bags in the whole collection, but I just don't wear it anymore because of a similar reason to the Antigona. It is bloody heavy, and this bag is now discontinued, I think, and I think it comes out sometimes with collections, but it is very hard to get hold of. And it's the Chanel GST. As you can see, it looks brand new. I remember buying this, I can't remember what year it was, I think it was in 2013. I bought it from Selfridges, and at that time it was, you know, not as expensive as Chanel bags are now. And the one regret I have about this bag is back then I wish I bought a classic, because I think the prices were not that much different, and I feel like if I bought a classic Chanel kind of like double flap kind of bag, I would have worn it a lot more, and it kind of like is a true classic. Even like 10, 20, 30 years time, I can still wear it. It's not a trend bag, and it's, you know, the thing about Chanel is the value goes up so quickly on Chanel bags. Like, I bought this in 2013 for, I think it was £1,600. You can definitely not get like this bag for £1,600 anymore, especially this kind of like quality, because it looks brand new. Like, I had a look on Festia, and these are going for about 2,500 in this condition. So yeah, I think that in terms of a financial kind of view, then it is a good buy. Like, I'm really happy with it actually, because, you know, Chanel only goes up in price, and I feel like I'm really lucky that I bought it when I did, especially because now it's discontinued. And, you know, I was lusting over this bag for ages and ages, and it's still such a beautiful bag. It's like one of my favorite Chanel designs ever. But like I said, it's just really heavy, and it's very ladylike, which I don't really tend to carry bags on my shoulder anymore, or even just on my arm. One, because it's heavy, and two, it's not really my style anymore. But I feel like I should get this out and wear it a little bit more, just because it is actually a gorgeous bag. But the only regret that I have is, one, it's too heavy, two, I should have gotten a classic, because that would have been a far better choice. And even though I do love this bag, I just don't use it. I use it like maybe once a year, if that, and so that's why it's in such good condition. Yeah, so that is my third and final bag. So those are the only 3 bags in my collection that I would change, and if I could go back in time, I would maybe purchase a different size or something else from the collection. But I guess that's just kind of, not that I don't like these bags anymore, it's just that as I've grown older, my style and taste has changed, and it's not like I don't want these bags. It's like, if I could turn back time, just would have done things a little bit differently. But like I said, the Chanel bag, no matter what, Chanel is always a good investment, especially like styles like that, the classics, the GSTs, the wallet on chains, you know, the styles that people always want. Those are always going to be a good investment. In terms of the Prada, it's really not worth a lot, even though it's in really good condition. And the Givenchy Antigona, I could possibly sell that, and with the money that I make from the bag, I could buy a smaller version. I forgot to mention that I got this when it first came out, so it wasn't as expensive as they are now. I'm not sure what the value is right now, but it's definitely, it was less than £1,000. I remember when I bought it, and it's definitely not less than £1,000 anymore. So that comes to the end of my video. If there's any type of video that you want to watch or you'd like me to film, please leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to do it. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.